With the blockbuster movie Oppenheimer that just recently came out and crushed box office statistics, we have a game that surfaced on the internet recently between none other than Albert Einstein and Robert Oppenheimer, the creator of the theory of relativity versus the creator of the atom bomb, in a game of chess, battle of the wits. Who wins? Let's check it out. Okay, first of all, we have Albert Einstein playing white and Robert Oppenheimer playing black. Einstein plays e4 and Oppenheimer plays e5. So far, this is all normal. Einstein goes for the Ruy Lopez. And now Oppenheimer goes to kick the bishop out and get room on the queen side. So he's expanding on the queen side and then continues his development with knight f6. This is excellent. Albert Einstein castles, and Oppenheimer here snags a pawn. And at this point, Einstein says, okay, I'm just going to develop my rook, attack your knight, and attack your pawn behind it. Therefore, if you move your knight away, I'm going to win this pawn back because your knight is only defending it once, and we have a knight and a rook on it. So Oppenheimer's like, well, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to move my knight back because I'm a genius. So I'm going to play d5. I'm going to protect the knight. I'm going to take more space in the center, and I'm going to keep my one-pawn advantage. So far, this is a very impressive game between the two of them, especially since I highly doubt they had a lot of time on their hands to study chess with all the things that they had else going on. So if this is a real game, this is really, truly impressive and shows how highly intelligent people like them could excel at a game like chess and play at a relatively high level without that much study. Okay, but here we have a4. Einstein wants to break open the queen side, and Oppenheimer does not let him and just expands on, he passes him and pushes the b4 and closes that queen side up. And here we have d3 kicking out the knight. Knight comes to c5 and attacks the bishop. Now, bishops and knights are relatively equal, but bishops are a little bit better, and we really don't want to lose this bishop. This bishop's usually good. I'm not sure if the bishop comes back here and black plays this move, and then white's forced to take with the pawn. Now white's bishop is closed in, so that's the issue there. So let's see how Albert Einstein reacted to that. He just simply takes the pawn and now has a discovered check on his hands. So this seems like a very good idea. The king is still in the center, so this is a really good strategy by Einstein. Okay, Oppenheimer comes back and blocks that e-file, so now there is no discovered check on the king. All right, we have queen f3, putting more pressure on that d5 pawn. And here, Oppenheimer makes a fatal mistake and plays f6. And if you ever listen to Grandmaster Feingold's videos, you'd never play f6. And Einstein puts on a masterclass of why you don't do that. He simply comes to queen h5 and takes advantage of that new open diagonal to the king. Oppenheimer blocks, and Einstein takes on g6. Now, if he takes with the pawn, he loses his rook, and he can't take with the knight, again, because the rook is pinning the knight. This is why you don't leave your king in the center, and you don't play f6. You don't weaken diagonals to your king. So he had an open diagonal to his king, an open file to his king. White has more development. I tell my chess students this all the time. 9 times out of 10, the person is going to win this game who has the lead in development, and the opponent has their king in the center and open files and lanes and diagonals to the king. This is not good. So here we go. Okay, so Oppenheimer has to take like this, and now Einstein just takes his rook. Okay, we have knight takes b3, and Einstein just takes back. Okay. All right, so now Oppenheimer is trying to generate some type of counterplay. He knows he's in trouble, saying maybe I can get something going on over here. Maybe I can get my knight out, my king out here, my bishop out, generate some type of attack, maybe fianchetto the bishop. Einstein says, nah, not having it. So, boom, he's pinning the piece in front of the king. He's just simply piling up on the pinned pieces. Another thing I always tell my students, you want to pile up on the pinned pieces. Okay, and this is also pinned, so Robert Oppenheimer gets out of both pins, but it's too little too late because this bishop is now hanging. So here we have bishop takes on f8. Okay, Oppenheimer desperately trying to get his pieces in to the game, but now it's, again, too little too late, and Einstein's closing in on him. We have rook e8, and Einstein just calmly just develops his knight, and then after c5, he develops his rook. This is really impressive. If this is a real game, Einstein's composure over the chessboard, his tactics, his strategy, his opening knowledge, and his composure, his ability to have the intuition to just simply develop, where most players would lash forward or try to do something and force something. He just simply understands that developing his entire army first before finishing off his opponent a lot of times is very useful. So here we have knight c4, again, just taking advantage of another pin. If black takes, white would take back, and now black would lose the queen. So that's a nice tactic to get your knight to a good square. And let's see what happened here. So Oppenheimer, in fact, does take. He really didn't have much to do there, but now he's really in trouble. He was always in trouble, but now it's really bad. Now he's going to lose his queen. As you can see, the queen is pinned to the king, and he takes. And now this knight is up for the taking, and Einstein takes. And in this position, Robert Oppenheimer resigns. Apparently, this game was played in Princeton, USA, in 1933. What do you guys think? Is this a real game? Let me know in the comments section below. Let me know how you guys think they played. I think they played really well. For the fact that I highly doubt that they studied chess, and I think they just, again, if this is a real game, they just have high IQs, and sometimes high IQ people, really high IQ people like them, can really just build a good intuition for games such as chess, Go, and other strategic games like this. But all right, guys, let me know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, see you later.